Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a group of minions who stumbled across an old treasure chest while cleaning up the attic of an old mansion. The minions were beyond excited. Maybe this chest held the key to their next evil plan or perhaps untold riches. But when they finally pried it open, all they found was a dusty rubber band. Confused but optimistic, the minions decided to take the rubber band on a field trip back to their base. Along the way, they documented their adventure with the rubber band, which they named Bob, using their one good camera. They took pictures of Bob hanging out with squirrels, birds, ladybugs, and even a grumpy badger. They also tried to interview Bob, asking him questions like, "What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? And if you could be any kind of food, what would you be?" Of course, since Bob was just a rubber band, he didn't answer, but the minions didn't care. They kept up their good spirits as they continued to document Bob's adventures. They brought Bob to the local hot dog stand and bought him a soda. Well, technically, they bought a soda for Kevin, but Stuart insisted on sharing it with their new friend. They also got Bob an oversized hat and sunglasses so he could blend in. And although Bob couldn't talk, the minion assumed that he was having the time of his life. After their day out, the minions returned home, exhausted from all their adventures with Bob. As they prepared for bed, they gathered around their makeshift television set to watch some videos of Bob's greatest moments that day. They watched as Bob made new friends, enjoyed delicious foods, and even learned how to skateboard. The minions laughed and cheered at the antics of their rubber band buddy. But as the night wore on, the minions grew tired and drifted off to sleep, leaving Bob on the TV. Suddenly, the screen went blank. The minions gasped as they realized what had happened. They'd accidentally killed Bob. Horrified, they rushed to the TV and tried to revive their rubber band friend. But it was too late. Bob was dead. As the sun rose the next morning, the minions prepared to say goodbye to Bob. They lined up on the sidewalk, each holding one end of the rubber band as they stretched him out as far as they could. Then one by one, they let go. Bob soared through the air like a tightrope walker, higher and higher until he disappeared into the clouds. As the minions watched him go, they couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. They might not have known where Bob came from or how he worked, but they knew that he'd lived a long and happy life thanks to them. And although they were sad to see him go, they were also excited to see where his rubber band adventures would take him next. After all, the amazing adventures of the rubber band wasn't over yet. In fact, it had just begun. The minions waved goodbye to Bob as he floated away into the bright blue sky. His journey to become one with the universe had just begun. And so the minions continued on with their day, their hearts heavy but their spirits high. They knew that Bob would live on forever in their memories and in the rubber band box that they kept in their base, a box filled with all of Bob's favorite things, his hat, his sunglasses, and the video camera that had captured all of their amazing adventures together. But little did they know that Bob wasn't just any ordinary rubber band. He was a magical artifact from another dimension, a dimension that was in grave danger. For Bob wasn't just a toy, he was a scout, a seeker of worthy champions to help save his world. And though the minions had no idea who Bob really was or what he was searching for, they couldn't help but feel a sense of destiny about their chance encounter. After all, sometimes the smallest rubber bands can change the world. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think Bob's greatest adventure was? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more amazing adventures, don't forget to click the like button. Thanks for watching.